my name is Salsabila Riadatul Aishi, and my student ID is 230189191. So I will interpret a video from YouTube, and the channel is Korean Roommate. So let's get started. Okay guys, welcome back to Korean Roommate with Korean with Japanese accent. So yesterday in 3rd December at the night, something crazy happened. President of South Korea Yoon Suk-yeol declared that Korea would enter a military emergency phase. So I will explain the details according to the chronology. So let's get started. It all started on the 3rd December 2024, more exactly at 10:23 p.m. Suddenly, President of Korea Yoon Suk-yeol made a statement. I already translate to Indonesian, of course, in order to clean up the people who pro-North Korea. That is taking away happiness and freedom of our citizens. I'm declaring military emergency, said President of South Korea. So basically, from the statement, is there some party in politics or government of South Korea who pro to North Korea? And those people want to take happiness and freedom the citizens of South Korea. And to fight that back, President had to make a decision, military emergency. So the question is, what is the exactly military emergency is? So it's mean taking power to collective happiness under the military force. For the short time, a military take over Korea for our happiness. So that is the military emergency is. 70 minutes later at 10:40 p.m. something interesting happens. The president's political party and the opposing political party, both two superiors, and the name Han Dong-un and Lee Jae-myung declared this statement of a military emergency. It's against the rules and can even be illegal, because this should be some step or procedure to take before president make a statement of a military emergency. Based on the news that spread, even the people who work in the presidential room didn't know about this. So it seems very sudden, and in the middle of the night, parliamentarians gather at the parliament building. Photos and videos that you see on the social media or whatever it was, that photo was taken in the parliament building. The military comes with the tanks and helicopters. All came therefore, we can say, to take over the area of House of Representatives. But fortunately, member of Representative Council successfully get in and need 150 people. But there are 10 more than that. And after a quick meeting, finally in 1:01 at the 4th December, open a voting whether the people's representatives agree or disagree with this. Luckily, People Representative Council disagree. So that at the 1:04, the voting directly read out by member of representative disagree with the statement made by president. So at the 1:10 a.m., all members of the military were told to go home, and they did leave the parliament building. And at the 4:26 a.m., the president of Korea appeared and said something like this: "We can send all the soldiers home now because I accept the result of the voting that was open at the parliament building." But he also added a message say like this: "I would also like to have this opportunity to ask a member of Representative Council to stop discussion relate to removing the demotion the president and monopolize of the budget. According to the president, the pro-North Korea people were trying to remove him from the office, and discussion about the budgeting come up. Certainly, parties kept blocking it, which made the country run into the problem. So the president's point was the budgeting wasn't being allocated properly, causing issues for the country's operations. He said the budgeting shouldn't have been allocated here and there, but when he had a meeting, some people kept blocking it. Finally, at 4:40 a.m., the military emergency declared was officially withdrawn only about 6 hours after it was made. This was actually the second time a military emergency was declared, the first time being 45 years ago in 1979. So many people were left confused because the declaration was made at night and with no clear reasons why. Usually it's something urgent like this happened, the government will send our emergency SMS to all the citizens, but no got any alerts, which was odd. I even told to Janet, she was from Singapore, to go home if anything happens, because Ruel, his son, has a dual citizen, so you can go back to Singapore if this war, I can leave Korea. Yesterday night, in the short time that I was thinking about it, and was the very shock or this news. Honestly, right now, there is no clarify why President declared this statement. Because according to the presidential room, there's a pro-North Korea parties try to destroy South Korea, but the problem is your opposite political parties. They disagree with you, and you said that was a pro-North Korea. So this is the confusing. Can you imagine if Indonesian president make a decision so other parties didn't agree with him? So the president said, "Oh, so you are the Communist Party." But now the situation not exactly same. This cause appears some theory. Why I call this theory? Why the president make this statement? This may be you guys who interest about Korean wouldn't know this. The truth is President Yoon Suk-yeol with his wife. So his wife has some problem. The popular one is about the manipulation of a company's stock price, and this is have a plenty of evidence, but didn't get any punishment yet. And in fact, recently it's turned out that there was one like Yoon Suk-yeol right hands at the time before making a selection of voting. It's turned out that there is one person named Myung Tae-gyun isn't manipulated public opinion, and this person is certainly under investigate, so that these people are also think whether this person have evidence or information that couldn't harm or threaten the president. So this is the only way to president to protect himself is to declare military laws so that he cannot be attacked. So this is a theory, but until now we don't know whether it's true or not. And of course, because of this, Korea is very busy and there are quite a lot people of the representative council or politician parties or politician official who say so that we need to remove the president because it is a very bad thing and should not to be done. Not only a business in Korea itself. For example, like Samsung, Hyundai, suddenly with an announcement like this, of course the share price of the business you want to do, there will be problem. Even like my friend Yesterday I was him post a story about the e-business in Korea because suddenly a guest from Indonesia wanted to cancel or not. So how can we, the president, make a statement like this when it needs? But for example, it's a really need, right? It's not supposed to cancel with the 6 hours, right? So what? So now why about the citizens who do the business and are harmed by this statement? What about the business in Korea who are harmed about this? Of course, this is the result of a big loss, especially now the actual economic condition in Korea is a quiet bad. In fact, there are quite a lot of news stories that say it is look the Korea will experience a financial crisis or the economic crisis soon because house prices are too expensive and also amount the debt the Korea or its city have is it too big and for the possible pool living in Korea. You will be able to feel this certainly the economy in Korea is actually not a very good. People are having money all this time. It's like a little bit. The economy is very smooth. I asked quite a lot of Korean people who run a business whose customer are Korean to say that the business is not very good. Yes, there are business that are still running smoothly, but overall it's not that good. Only a few still working and they may not really experience the impact, especially export business. Especially now the US dollar exchange rate is very high and in fact due to the statement last night. One US dollar, which is supposed to be 1,400 Korean, touch 1,045 0. Uh, Imagine for example the rupiah is now uh, 1,000 for $1, but because of a statement made by president, the exchange rate touched $16 rupees to 760,000, 16,000 rupiah to 70,000 rupiah. And imagine the impact, right? Not up to 17, yes, the 16 rupees, of course. This is the very unwise. Okay, the condition now it's like this. I think I'll explain everything that happened. There's nothing else that needs to be explained, so follow now and this video and see you in the next video. Bye bye. So that all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.